I had quite a lot of people come up to me at the ploughing match asking me about this tractor and if it was the one that I'd been doing up. And it's sort of right, it's the second one I bought, and it ran. It just wanted glow plugs changing because one of them had bombed out. And other than that, it was fine really. I've serviced it, changed the oil, changed the back end oil, changed the rubber hoses on it. Because as you'll see later on in this video, they were shot, so I've changed all the rubber hoses, even including the intake one. I've made a battery box for it. I've made that ladder because when it's, I don't know if this is going to be a ploughing tractor or not, but it's made so it's bolted on and off, so I can take it off real easy and swap it onto the other one if I wanted. But with it having that extra A-pillar on, and that little box on front being a bit longer, being a Farmall, it stands a bit better, so it wasn't bouncing with plough, so it'd be interesting to see what the other one's like. So whilst I had the top bonnet off, I took the front cowl off to show you guys the A-pillar of how this tractor steers, and also to show you this unique blind that I think is on it because it went to Europe along with the other one. All the radiators that I've seen have these holes in, which must mean they're to make them standardised between row crops and standards. The front radiator blind is operated by this wire that you can pull, which has balls on it to attach it somewhere so you can hold the blind up in a set position. It goes to the front of the tractor. The blind itself looks very nice, in good condition. So I've got them two clips up there slackened off. Got that bolt out of there, slacken them two rubbers off. So that's now loose. I'm just going to have a go at pulling it out. That's like the thermostat pocket. So I'm going to pull the thermostat pocket away to get that rubber off. So that's where it split is there. Oh! I think that was about to go. So there's a split on the outside. And flip it inside out. Yeah, we can pretty much see my glove. I think that was about to go, was that? Yeah. Yeah, that was on its way out, definitely. Just going to cut the gasket out for the thermostat where it sits onto the engine. There we are, look. Bit of trimming left to do at that side. I'm just training tank down a diesel. Because it's empty, I managed to find this, which is like the dip tube for the return type thing. Is it a breather? And that snapped off and was just laid in it. Anyway, luckily it was magnetic, so I managed to pull it out with that. Looks like it was ready for a service because, as you can see, it's all grimed up. Is there meant to be a washer in there? Some kind of seal. There was no, when I took it off, there's now in the new, there's nothing in that pack there. And I've done that one, cleaned all that up, put the new washer on there, and then I'll take glass ball off in a minute. Some muck in that glass ball, isn't there? So I've gone back on. I think there was a little rubber washer in there. If not, I've saved that from the calf filter, and that might push into there if it leaks. If not, I don't know. Instant gasket maybe. And then that glass ball looks loads better. I've drained the fuel tanks, that's all that's left in. And then I might even reuse what's there. But get a funnel with like a gauze on, so it cleans out any crap. Because as it says on there, it says keep it clean. So I thought I'd better clean it, so I have done. Better do that one looks right. And they've overpainted it and ruined it. going to put them at the bottom so they don't clash with top. Yeah, they would be different size, wouldn't they? Don't like really using screwdrivers on Jubilee clips. Looks as though we lift pump it into the glass bowl, I think. I don't know why. I think it's just getting up to this top, this filter here now, so it's gone through the glass bowl. So I've just done making a step. And I've made that distance the same as there's a bolt holes behind them, just about to mark them to drill. And I made it same distance between them and them. So I'm just debating whether I cut and weld or whether I don't think I can bend it and go across and across again. So I'm bending this bar at 2 foot to try and make a...
Is it hard?
It's hard. How am I meant to show them this step if you're stood on it? So I managed to bend it in one whole piece.
Yeah,
so to show you what it's like at the top, I've got it bolted on the left hand side. I've cut but not welded that one on, because I don't know if that wants to be welded on flat or angled back like this one is, because obviously with it kicking out the bottom.
Straight.
What are you bolting on, Charlie?
A ladder.
A ladder? Or as Andy Kent calls it, a granddad step.
Heave.
Are they tight?
Yes, right, tighty.
They aren't going to rattle off coming down the road, are they?
I hope so, not.
Just a bit low there, because I've bent it out of one piece. It's just a bit low, you can maybe see. So I've welded that plate on flush there, and then on top of that one to try and give it, and then I'll maybe get a plate on top of there. Yeah, and then I think it wants some kind of, that's wedged against the bolt is my spirit level. But you can't push on it as much when there's a, so I think it needs some welding from there to there. And then ideally that'll just bolt on and off to original, so it can just take it off and then it's not even on if you don't like it. Finally got it to go again. Been finally faffing about with step, put a brace in. It still flexes a bit, but not as bad. Still flexing a bit. I made this battery box, I've only bodged it really. Oh, some people probably might cry because I've cut it in half. But my theory is that I'm only going to ruin one. Because I'll use this one for that one. Just been making me, I couldn't find this crimp thing. So I've got that end on there and on there. Just need to crimp that into starter motor. And I've reused the old battery black lead because there's no point using new black when it'll do. So that's it, serviced up, diesel filter's done, new oil change, new oil and air filter. Yeah, put bonnet and cowl back on, let's get ploughing and let's go ploughing. Maybe not tonight. Nice sunny day to go a bit practicing. Just taken seat off Mighty McCormick because I think it's a better seat. Only trouble is it only had the boat holes didn't properly line up, and I've moved it back a bit because I'm quite tall, so some of my legs aren't cramped up, otherwise it's too cramped up. Another reason why I picked this seat is because it can flip up, so it looks like it might rain at the moment. It's glorious sunshine, but it has been hailstoning and raining, a bit like yesterday. I think we'll get a go soon. And also that swings to the left, bit to the right, so it might come in. I don't know.
That is not going to hit that bucket. I have to be really slow taking it out or really quick.
Why?
Because you can't fuck about, you either need to take it out steadily and slowly or be really quick.
Oh, look at that milk. You ready to let the milk out? Ho! Chocolate milkshake. Dirty.
Start thinking about putting that bung back in, Robert.
Would you now? We ain't got any cardboard down. This is very last sort of bit end, I think, of it. So I've been to Alistair Broadwifts and bought some Morris Lubricants oil for engine and transmission oil to replace it. So I think I've emptied the back end transmission oil out of that drain plug there. And then I've looked in the book because I didn't think I'd emptied enough out of it. And the book says that is the that one there. It's like the fill level checks. I suppose when that's got oil to it, that means it's full. And then this one must be the front one to empty. I don't know if she's bunged up or not because there isn't much coming out. And then also I'm just on with making the top step, finishing that off. Anyway, I've been in this scrap bin and had a raid. I think I'm going to cut it off this girder off cut piece. So that's my finished step. Not really too worried if paint comes off. And there's my battery box. All I've done is like grooved it out. Made it out with some worktop, but I think it needs a bit more grooving out where they are now, because I've tightened them right down as far as I'll go. Try and get me a bit more room on it. It just sort of sits on.
Oh dear, schoolboy error.
Faster.